That's why people, whenever they start climbing the financial ladder, you see they always keep striving, always keep going for more. That's why all modern women are spouting this, I want to elevate. Even if I find a rich man, I want to elevate to his level, and then he can push me up. He can go up another level, and then I can go up another level. It's like a fucking endless fucking ladder, bro. Oh my God, when can we stop climbing this bullshit? Holy shit. It's tiring, man, but this is the world. This is the world we live in, man. Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Given. We are back again today, guys. I'm about to check out another Sneako versus, guys. This is Sneako versus Aba. Let's jump right in. Let's not waste any time, guys. Let's not make this long. And I'm only going to check out the back ass of this because I've watched the first like 2/3 of it. What have I watched here? I've watched the first part, the Gideon versus Pokemon discussion. I've also watched the Y'all Are Afraid of Being Cancelled. And then I've also seen the Growing Older and Priorities, chasing skits gets old. So now we're just gonna jump into the back ass of this. This is the part 2 on Aba Preach's channel, and this is everyone can be a high value man. And I just want to break this down. Let's see what they're gonna say. Wagwan. Let's not waste no time. Let's see what my mans have to say. Let's go.
The content creators that I've seen, I think there's a need for it, which is what I've always said. There's a need for content that kind of helps you guide young men because we don't have any tools.
No,
I just think that a lot of the people who are doing the leading aren't very good at their job. But I also say I'm not going to be.
No, I wouldn't agree with that. It's a case by case basis, and people, young men need to choose the leaders they want. So if you want to be more like the Abbas and Preachers, you watch them, you consume their content, you follow what they feel, what they think. If you want to be more like the Andrew Tates, the Sneakos, you follow what they think, and then you learn under them because that's what you want to be. Again, pick your mentors and follow what they do and learn from that. That's all you need to do. A lot of them are shitty teachers. You can't say that. You can obviously criticize their methods, but at the same time, to each their own. Everyone will choose their own teacher, whoever suits their personality, whatever. So
be one of them people who's going to take over the spot. So I can't even knock them that hard for trying to do what they do. But sometimes I like to have a laugh at some of the goofy shit I hear. I'm like, I ain't buying it. That's how I feel.
Your girlfriend needs to delete her Instagram.
The girlfriend. So I've had this conversation many times. My girlfriend needs to delete the Instagram.
They don't need to delete it, but I need to be able to access it whenever I need to.
If you want to say your girl doesn't want you don't want to have Instagram because you don't want her thirst trapping or having her ass out online, I'm like, that's perfectly sensible to say you don't want your girlfriend doing that. You get what I'm saying? Me, it's the whole double speak that these guys do. Where it's like, oh, my girl can be thirst trapping, but if I want to do it, it's perfectly fine. It's like, okay, yeah, if you're making millions of dollars and you
double speak. This is the thing. It's not a case of double speak. It's a case of this is my standard for the relationship. This is what I choose for my relationships. You're signing on to this relationship knowing that I can be autonomous and do what I want and you can't on your end. You signing up to that knowingly and willingly, that's up to you. That's your choice. And again, you also have to have the knowledge behind you that if you do date, let's say a high value man or a woman tries to date a guy of status, to just intrinsically understand that this might be a possibility that they might step out and be already content with the fact that might happen with the choice you've made. To start then putting demands on these men and whatnot is a bit mad. Demands on regular men, go for it because, they have no equity. They have no, there's nothing to bargain with, Domamu, I'm here to bargain. If you know.
One of them high value dudes, that's fine, but most of the motherfuckers watching your shit are poor. So them rules don't apply to them. So let's talk about real people.
100%.
Let's not just talk about what rich niggas do.
100%. But this is the thing. When you talk about marketing, this is one of the key things about marketing. You have to sell the dream. So you have to be able to tell people, show people this is what you can achieve by being a high status male, which is, the autonomy to do what you want, be the man you want, live the life on your rules and your terms. And that is appealing to a lot of people. You don't want to hear about the average Joe lifestyle. This is how you just get by as an average Joe. No, people want to hear the fantasy. They want to have an ideal to strive for. Superman is only so great because he's an ideal. He represents an ideal of hope, justice, and goodness. If he was if he was killing people here and there, he wouldn't be as popular. He'd still be popular, but he wouldn't be as impactful because he is the ideal. He is the this is the standard. And again, the high value man debate is all about this is what you can achieve when you're here, when you're at this level, and it gives people a direction to strive for. And whether they reach that direction or not, whether they reach that goal or not, it's about enjoying the journey and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone.
So do you think maybe it's not that you're being disingenuous, but that you appeal to normal people rather than trying to elevate people?
Sneako, at the end of the day, most people are never going to be filthy rich. You're the exception. You're the 1%. That's not
true.
possible
I'm not
for
filthy
everybody.
rich. I'm not rich, but like
It's not possible for everyone, but essential for everyone to try to get there if they want to, if it's within their capabilities, if they desire such a life. What is not okay is someone who desires a greater life for themselves, but chooses to just be lazy. But if you're really content with the life you have, blessings to you, man. You're living your best life and you're really enjoying it.
I tell my chat every day, like
You are.
rich.
Whether you realize it, Sneako, you make
Sneako's
well over
rich.
6 figures.
He's rich.
You are less than 1%.
He's rich.
I'm still
He's eating.
my
He was flying all over Europe and he just on a whim, like, come on, he's rich.
my student loans are being paid off this week. So technically, I'm in debt.
It doesn't matter whether
Most billionaires are as well, so.
you're in
That's
debt.
not- that does matter.
Your projected income for this year and for the next subsequent years, you are less than 1%er.
It's projected because I'm putting in the work. But right now,
I don't disagree.
On paper, I have negative money.
I'm not
I
disagreeing.
said that, how are you flying all over Europe, Sneako? Stop the cap.
What I'm trying to say
With
is
negative
the
money.
rules of dating that exist for you as somebody who's making a lot more money, who has a lot more flexibility, are not going to be the same rules of dating that exist for
That's
the
true.
everyday person. Do you understand that?
Oh, the adverts. Oh, no, don't do this to me. We already done it, Cherry.
Okay, that's fair. But shouldn't we encourage men to strive to be high value men instead of just accepting
100%.
their
We should.
place on the totem pole?
No, I don't
Oh, this is where this. Oh my gosh.
think you should.
Abba loses me on this. No, because I've heard him give this take before. Like, no, they shouldn't really strive to be better. Be content in your lane. Stay in your lane. This is pretty much just saying, stay in your lane. You can never improve. Accept it. Accept your
Pushing
situation.
people to strive to be
Men
that.
should be complacent.
Because here's the thing. It's one thing to say, hey, guys, if you want to get to this level, cool, congratulations. Most people are never going to get to live that life.
Yeah, true.
You
They
understand
try
that?
to. A lot of guys give
Yeah.
Okay, but here's my problem with it. A lot of guys give up.
Very
and
true.
Instead of admitting where they're at or trying to improve, they make up excuses for why. Like they'll say, the crypto guys that I'm doing videos with, they got lucky with their investments. It's like, no. You don't get lucky. Like being smart puts you in lucky positions. Everybody
True.
can get it now. The internet allows everyone to be rich. You're making that
Yeah, there is a factor of luck, but at the same time, it depends on how you utilize that luck. You were in the right time at the right you were in the right place at the right time, but you took the initiative to use that and invest at that right time, and you made millions. So again, there is an element of luck because the timing was correct, but at the same time, you took action to make that happen. So at another sense, you did, utilize it. Because a lot of people have doors open in front of them, opportunities open, opportunities here, and they just keep walking down the hallway like it's nothing. You know what I mean? People like that, those are the ones who, don't elevate. The ones who see the door and be like, you know what, this is the door I could walk through and go through that door. Those are the ones that win.
money now is all numbers on your phone.
True.
Okay, Sneako, you understand that the whole principle of rich is the whole idea of abundance. That if you have an abundance, somebody has to have less.
That's very true.
Yeah,
That's
but
very true.
everybody watching this stream has an internet connection, so we all have the capability to get there.
True. We all have the capability to get there, but we all do not have the will and or the desire to get there. There's people who intrinsically want to get there, and there's people who are content where they are. That is fine. And for the people who want to get there, that is also fine. But again, it just depends on the type of person you are. So the option is available to make that incredible wealth. But at the same time, to get money, you have to take it from somewhere else. Only the really, 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 really rich, the banking sector, can just print money out of the sky and flood the markets.
We all have the capability to get that there, but it's only the resources are finite. It's not possible for everybody to be filthy rich. It's not
100%.
possible for.
It is. It is. If they have a phone.
It isn't. It isn't. Because again, there'll be a point where people will stop buying other people's products. If everyone is trying to get rich, you have a dichotomy where people use their money wisely. And if everyone is using their money wisely, then no one spends frivolously. And if no one spends their money, then you have a system where, all the money ends up in finite places like banks, investing in companies and whatnot. And day-to-day things just kind of the only people who really, there will still be a gap because the companies that own certain things, grocery stores, the big Walmarts, Tesco's, if you're in the UK, IKEA, like these people are the ones that will keep winning regardless.
It is. There's no
So there will always be a gap. Like, no matter how much money people make, you still have to buy stuff from somewhere. You know what I mean? But you can't all be rich, because then the markets will be flooded. It doesn't make feasible sense
anymore. With a phone connection, all the information's online. All the stuff that I've learned about how to make videos, about how to make money, have been from YouTube tutorials.
100%.
We all have the capability to get rich. And like, I think you saying that is like encouraging complacency when...
Indirectly, it is, because I was saying, you know what, not everyone's going to get there, and it's okay. So some people will be like, you know what, yeah, I'm not going to get there, and it's okay, and they'll stay in that position. But it's, again, up to the individual. You have to have the eye in mind to say, no, this is not the position I want to be in. I see greater things for myself, and I will make the necessary changes in my life to get to that point. And if you're not going to do that, you're fucked.
Because it's getting so much harder for men, we should not encourage that behavior.
No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to encourage people to be complacent. What I'm trying to tell you is that your paradigm is all fucked up. The idea that everyone can be rich is not
that is fucked up.
By any
That's true.
Economists in the world. Nobody would ever say everybody could be rich. However, what I am...
Everybody could be rich internally in the soul, but you can never be rich in actual material wealth. Not everyone can be rich.
I'm trying to say,
there's not enough resources. It's finite.
You don't need to be rich to...
There's only so much gold, so much silver, so many diamonds in the world, and you know they can only change hands so many times before that. Like, you can't. It's impossible.
Lead a good life, to live a life of happiness. I don't know about you and where you've lived specifically, but I've had the luxury of living all over. Even in the States, when I go to the South, a lot of people out there aren't talking about being filthy rich. If they can have their home, have their farm, have their land, have their guns, have their wife, they're happy. Not everybody needs to be "quote unquote" rich to live a good life.
Yeah, but he's spitting truth. He's spitting truth. You don't need to be.
Vast majority of your audience who buy into this will always be unhappy.
Again, no, it's not that they'll always be unhappy. It's that as long as they can strive to do better. So let me just give an example here. Obviously not the best example, but we'll go for it. So basically, this is a thing that's been echoed. I've heard this before, echoed. And again, it's a very good thing to look at. So let's say the people at the top, the men at the top, the Andrew Tates, you know, the Sneakos or whatever. Not Sneako, not so much. But, you know, the Sneakos, the Andrew Tates, the ones who are getting 10s on 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 10s. Like girls that are all 10s, and they have them complying and abiding by their rules because that's the way they run their relationships. Perfect. But for guys who are below those guys, who are not, you know, the top tier male, they're not the, you know, in the elites. For the guys below that, you can get your 3s and your 4s and have them be loyal to you and have a harem of 3s and 4s. You can do that. And that's a starting point. Once you start to level yourself up, you can then have that for yourself if that's what you want. You see what I'm saying? So you can always make a situation better for yourself if that's what you want. You can get comfortable with making those decisions for yourself, saying, look, this is how my relationships to run. I know this is my value, and I know this is what I can offer you. I know I can take care of you. But if I take care of you, these are the things I would like in return. And that's it. Period. You sit down, you knock down a contract, as the late, great Kevin Samuel said.
Because they'll never be able to reach something that is not, it's not feasible for everybody.
Why is it not feasible for everybody?
And this is the thing. You always have to think about this, yeah? Even the people who are ultra rich always want to get even more rich, even more powerful, because they understand, like, the whole point is the journey. The game is only fun because you go from power level 0 to power level 100. If you start at 100, that game gets boring real quick because you can decimate everything, you can kill everything. So the whole point is not just to get to the finish line, it's to enjoy the process of getting there, the things you learn on the way up. That's the fun part, not being at the top. Because being at the top, frankly, it will get depressing real quick. But the journey up there, that's why people, whenever they start climbing the financial ladder, you see they always keep striving, always keep going for more. That's why all modern women are spouting this, you know, I want to elevate. Even if I find a rich man, I want to elevate to his level, and then he can push me up. He can go up another level, and then I can go up another level. It's like a fucking endless fucking ladder, bro. Oh my God, when can we stop climbing this bullshit? Holy shit. It's tiring, man, but this is the world. This is the world we live in, man. This is what we have to do. Keep climbing the social economic ladder if you want to be a top tier male. That's it. Just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the path of self-improvement. Enjoy the path of making yourself a better being. Enjoy the effing path. And this can always start in small by doing things in your life and enjoying the journey. Washing dishes. Try and enjoy the process. You know what I mean? Don't think about, oh, I gotta finish these dishes. Just sit there, play some music, you know, rinse those dishes, you know, attention to detail, enjoy the process. Boom. Before you know it, the dishes are done, you're like, oh, that's pretty quick. Cleaning the house, make it fun for yourself. Enjoy the process of doing things. When you start enjoying the process of doing things and are looking for the instant gratification of achieving the end, you win at life. You win at life. And that's the only thing. If you ever notice this, whenever people play video games and they use cheats, once you start using the cheats, you can play the game for like maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, and then it's like, game is boring, whatever, done.
If we all have a phone and interconnection, and we could all download Coinbase, Gemini, we could all make content. We could all there's a million fucking ways to make money online.
100%.
I think you'd have to probably sit
100%.
down with an economist for him to break down all the numbers for you.
Why?
Because you're asking me how to explain the breakdown of resources in the world and how not everybody can have an abundance.
Sneako's
if
jokes,
everyone
man.
has an abundance, the word abundance doesn't even exist. Richness nearly determines that you have more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you understand that?
To get rich in the first place, you need to accept the realities of the world and that things are unfair, and you need to apply yourself.
Okay.
Most people
learn the game and then play the game.
Hear what you're saying and just accept. Yeah, I'm never going to be rich, and then they won't. If you think that way, you will not get rich.
That's true. Self-fulfilling prophecies, sociologically proven. This is what they teach in a lot of sociology classes. There's obviously family units, whatever, but self-fulfilling prophecies is one of the key points of you fulfill the thing you have attributed to yourself. So if you say, I would never achieve that, so I'm not even try, then you would never achieve it because your brain puts limiters on your own capabilities. But if you think, fuck, I'm going to make it, I'm going to be the best, the best, the best, the best of the best, and really feel it, believe it, and strive for it, every time something happens or things happen in your life, you see them in a paradigm that allows you to take the lessons from that so you can be better for the next time. You know what I mean? But if you think I'm never going to make it, if an opportunity comes in front of your face, you won't see that because your brain won't allow you to see that because it's saying, look, you never amount to anything. Even if you chase this opportunity, there's just more hurdles in front of you. So F it, let's just not even try.
It's possible. I have to get rich or die trying. More likely than not, you will.
Sneako, this is like one of those things where
one of the best albums.
I feel like people think everyone's the main character. Okay. Now,
you are the main character in your own story. How that story goes is up to you. It could be a sad, story of a guy who didn't really make anything of himself. He tried his best. It could be it could be a drama. It could be a, one of those movies that just has a sad ending. But you are the protagonist. You have to have the protagonist syndrome to a sense, but you have to have it in a way that does not affect your friends. You know what I mean? If you have a unit of friends around you, do not let that protagonist syndrome affect that, where you think, oh, my friend's talking to this girl, but I like her more, so I'm going to take that girl from him. Like, bro, that's not the way to move. You have to be a protagonist, but at the same time, understand your role within the group as a whole.
Not everyone is the main character. Some people are side characters. Some people are really good role players.
I don't
Not everyone gets to be.
But again, this part is just an opinion.
Character. Not everyone gets to live by the same rule. Not everyone gets to be a king. Okay.
True.
There are kings. There are jesters. There are other people.
But anybody can go on a hero's journey. And that's what makes movies and all these type of media, video games, all that stuff enticing. Because you can go on the hero's journey. You're going from shit to not. Going from hero to zero. I'm joking. Going from zero to hero. Going from someone who didn't know nothing to someone who knew everything. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. The hero's journey, life. You can all go on a hero's journey, whether that be at the gym, whether that be in other portions of your life, whether that be in dating, in getting money. As long as you're going through hero's journeys in life, you will have a more fulfilling life than if you just stay stagnant. And there's no such thing as staying stagnant because you just regress.
But not everyone gets to live at the top. That's just not the way the world is
True.
built.
But the world for average men now is getting harder and harder. Like, the average man is invisible now.
Whatever the style assignment, think ASOS. A dress for any occasion, think ASOS.
Hell no.
Yeah, okay. I don't disagree with that. So we can talk about that. But the solution to that is not making everyone a high-value man. Even Kevin Samuels will tell you that's not even possible.
It's not possible.
That's not possible for everyone to be filthy rich, which is why Kevin always talked about encouraging these women to understand the importance of a blue-collar person and to be respectful of them, because the guy doing your plumbing is extremely important in society. And even though he might...
That's the thing. It's just having a clear goal of what you want for your life. If you're very content being a plumber and earning your 50K, 60K a year, and that's all you want to do, and find a woman who is in line with that, who's going to accept you for that. And again, obviously, it may be harder in modern day society when everyone's trying to grind and hustle, become the mega rich or the mega rich. But if that's what makes you content, then there's loads of women who will be content with that lifestyle too. So You know what I mean? I'm not loads, but there'll be a fair good amount who will be content with that lifestyle.
Might not be the most rich person. He still brings the ability to give you stability. His goal with what he was saying wasn't that everybody got to be rich and all these thoughts got to get with kings. No, what he was trying to say is that your standards are unreasonable and that you don't deserve that. So relax.
That's true.
You understand? You can't just sit there and tell.
Aba's preaching. No. Telling women to relax and also know their role. Like, look, you're 5. Stop acting like a 10. Find yourself a nice dude who's a 5, earning a 5 wage, and live a good, decent life, and, you know, support each other to the bitter end. That's what you were saying. That's the message is promoting. Not, you know, men be lazy. But, you know, he said strive for this. But if you can't get this, I'm also going to tell the women, hey, don't always expect this from this, because this is not really, if you really think about it, this comes with a lot of problems.
I am telling them is that everyone trying to buy into this whole like I'm gonna get rich one day is making them miserable because it's not possible. So if you are
small improvements every day will make you feel better about yourself. So as long as you're making small improvements, small moves in the positive direction, in the direction you want as a person, then you're winning.
Possible. Like I don't understand. You're telling me to ask an economist, but you're also saying just give up. It's not possible, but it is.
See, I think Sneako's attributing him saying the whole like everyone can be rich to saying you're saying no one can be rich, so let's all give up. But I may be wrong. Let's hear it.
Okay. So point me to one place on the society where everyone's rich. Where's the society on the planet?
Applies himself because look, the rules of the game now, all of capitalism is a game, and since birth they suppress you and tell you to go into these worlds, go into dead end school, get this job here, do this, take your meds, and so instead of like realizing that they can get rich if they apply themselves, they give up. It is possible, but the game is rigged against them, so the rich.
You stayed 16 years, or however many, 18 years in an education system where you had to go to school, do all this nonsense that you didn't even want to do, pass tests you didn't even want to pass, and you're saying you can't dedicate 2-3 years to something that you know will possibly make you rich in the future if you really apply yourself, then you're fucking up. Because you did all this stuff for things you didn't even care about. Think about it.
Get richer and the poor get poorer.
Okay. So
that's not true.
Are you saying throughout all of society and all of world history, the reason why there wasn't an entire society of rich people is because they didn't work hard enough?
Is because
partly
hard enough, but they've been brainwashed to think that they need to relax and calm down. That they need to accept their place in society instead of striving for more. And the reason they.
But naturally, there's people who just genetically, they don't have it in them, man. They don't have it in them. They don't want it. They don't strive for it. There's people who are built to fight, and there's people who are not. And you need both in society. And that's just the way, that's how the game rolls, man.
I think that is because the people at the top do not want them.
There is alphas for a reason, betas for a reason.
Those people to challenge their position. But I'm saying, fuck those people. Fuck them all at the top. Touch your kids on.
Yo, Sneako's starting to feel like Tyler Durden in Fight Club. Is it just me? Or is he starting to feel like there's a Fight Club mentality going on here with the Andrew Tates, the Sneakos, where it's like they're amassing these followings of guys just like, yo, this is it. I found my corner of the road and this is what we believe and this is what we fight for and this is, bro, this is turning into Fight Club, man. And Andrew Haven hates you and... You know, Hustlers University and the War Room, bro. That's literally Fight Club. I would be surprised if you didn't watch that movie. I think we need to get Andrew to watch Fight Club. I think we need to. If he hasn't seen it, we need to get him to watch it because we know he would love that movie.
On islands, suck my dick. I'm gonna get there. I don't not with the part with the kids, but I wanted my own island with some bad bitches. Okay. Fuck you getting everything, taking private jets all over the world, telling me what I can and can't do, what I should inject and what I shouldn't inject, telling us to quarantine because of some gay STD from monkeys. They're going to keep us inside again. You know?
Yeah, Sneako.
I thought everybody was going to think that the monkey shit was a joke.
Unfiltered, like, playing no games.
Down again. That mentality is why so many people aren't rich and why people think it's not possible.
That's true.
So you think that if people aren't rich, they're going to be miserable?
It's getting harder.
if people aren't rich, they'll be subjugated to rules and laws that could affect them in greater ways than those who are rich. So they will have no control of their own lives because they will essentially be sheep herded in the direction at the whims of the rich and the powerful. So if you want to have autonomy over your own life and sovereignty over your own life and as a person, you have to want to get rich. It's just that simple. You have to want to strive to make yourself better, become the best version of yourself, get money, fuck bitches, and live your life. That's what you gotta do. I'm joking, but no, if you really want to be free, you have to amass money. And that's the bottom line, whether you like it or not. If you are okay with following the herds and being part of the sheep, being part of the crowd and being herded by the whims of the rich to the beat of their drum, then you're free to do that too. But as long as people understand, this is the thing, I think it's the difference between me and Sneako. As long as people understand what they're getting into, you can choose the path you want to choose. If you're okay being a sheep and following the path, which might end up leave you in a bad situation, because you cannot control your situation, then that's what you've accepted and you've come to terms with that. But at the end of the day, if you want to have autonomy, get rich or die trying.
To be happy if you're an average person. Because
that's not what I asked you. I asked you, if people aren't rich, can they be happy?
Yes, they can.
They can, but they also need to be complacent to some extent. And I'm the type of guy where I need to have complete freedom.
Ignorance is bliss. If you know all this and you think about the world as much as people like me think about the world, you kind of get to a point where you're like, yeah, this is all fun and games, but you want to start applying yourself more, challenging yourself, and you just want to keep going, man. But this is just the beginning of my journey anyway. But we're pushing, bruh. We're pushing. Ain't no stopping this train. As long as I'm making strives in the right direction every day, doing something to better myself every day, I know that with dedication and discipline, I will get there. It's just a matter of time, effort, and seizing the opportunities when they come. And allowing your mind to be open to seeing those opportunities around you.
To be happy. If I feel any restrictions on me, and I think a lot of men naturally feel like that. If someone's telling you what to do, there's a part of you that's being suppressed. Because men, naturally, you just want to conquer. Like, I get pissed off when people have...
True, you want freedom, sovereignty.
Hotels and resorts. Like, why can't I own that? Why can't I get that?
Okay. But let's just take a couple steps back.
Yeah, Sneako needs to really sit down for like a week or do streams for like a week and just study finances, study money, study how the financial system works, study what the Federal Banking Reserve is, study all this stuff, study how the rich have made it so that we always work, we always have to get credit, they made credit a thing you have to now get to get more credit and get more money from them. Like, they're keeping you in this banking sector, this cycle, which makes you owe them money that never even existed in the first place. Like, if you really sit down and think about it, like, I'm working in the finance banking sector right now. I'm not going to say exactly where I'm working, the finance sector I'm working in, but I have come to a point where I can see how money, I had to learn essentially how money is made, what money is, what people do with money, why the banking system is the way it is, and how everything works, how this big economic machine works. And when you start to see these things, you're like, holy snap. It's a game. You got played fully and you didn't even see it. And when it opens your eyes, you do get a little jaded. You do get a little like, oh my God, so these guys are just fucking us. No Vaseline, bro. No Vaseline, bro. It's rough out here in these streets, man. But once you see that, then you start to think, okay, let me get more of this invisible, worthless pieces of paper that could essentially allow me to live life in the manner I see fit.
So you agree with me that it's not because people are poor that they can't be happy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So my prescription to people isn't that you have to aspire to be rich or aspire to be this. What I'm trying to sell folks is you can be happy regardless of your financial situation. Well, I mean, above a certain level.
aspire to be what you want to be, and as long as you are striving in that direction, whether it's being a mid video game player, a mid Twitch streamer, whether it's just being better, healthier, going to the gym a bit more, walking a bit more, as long as you're trying to be the version of yourself that you have in your mind, because everyone has two versions of themselves. There is the person you are and the person you want to be. Every single person, even the content people, there's still things they want to do, people they want to be. So you have to bridge that gap between who you are now and who you want to be, and every day take actions to get you closer to that point. And if you're not doing that, that's how people get miserable.
Well, obviously, if you're like struggling to make your rent every month, then obviously that's a different situation. But past like 40, 50K in most cities, not every city, you're going to be okay. 50K? So now that, listen, maybe not New York, okay? But
in the rest of the world, that's really good, man. 50K, 60K in the rest of the world, holy shit. You're winning, bro. Even in the UK, 50, 60K. You're living a good life, man. You're living a good life. You can go on 3-4 holidays a year, earning good money. You can get a nice, decent mortgage, live a nice, beautiful life for the rest of your life.
At a certain point, what I want to
pension kicks in.
What are the things that lead people to
401ks,
be happy
as they call them in America?
I think we have such a fixation on material goods.
You need a good relationship. You need freedom. You need to be able to do what you want to speak your mind.
When you say a good relationship, what does that mean?
A good relationship with the people around you, your friends, your family, and your woman.
Okay. All right, so community, right?
Yeah.
Women's.
Okay. Now let me ask you, of the two things, let me know which was more important. Do you think it's more important for somebody to have 50K and have a good community, or for someone to have $1 million but have no community? Which one do you think is better?
50K and a good community.
K with the community, probably yes. But,
okay.
Can I respond to that?
But the key is it's hard to get rich by yourself. You always need a community. You always need people to help you get there. People to help you keep motivated. People who are on the same path as you to help you keep in line. Because if the road is lonely, and you feel like any type of resistance, your natural instinct is like, you know what, too much resistance, let me relax. But if you're about to relax and then you see your boy pass you and you're like, oh, I can't be the only one, you push further. You see what I'm saying? So naturally, to get to that point, obviously there are people who are millionaires just by themselves, but to a certain level you need codependency, like not like actual dependency on the other people, but you understand that you need to cultivate relationships that help further both your goals. And this is another great point from a great book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You need that level of codependency where you understand that to get to there, I'm going to need to utilize a lot of other people's abilities so we can all succeed and get there. Same with Andrew Tate's War Room. He obviously has this economic machine that helps him achieve goals that he sets in the world. And the thing is, he's achieving those goals. He's become the most famous man in the world because he said one day, hey, guys, we're going to make this thing happen. I want you to do A, you to do B, you to do C, you to do D, and we're going to make this a thing. And boom, bam, bam, he's the most famous man on the fucking planet. Now, if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will, man. Because if you put your head towards something and you strive for that, you can do it. You can do it. And always start small, baby steps. Just start by, let me just see if I can wake up at 6 a.m., maybe spend 30 minutes doing something, reading a book or something, and then go back to sleep. Start small and build.
They are trying to separate community now. They're trying to divide.
I think what usually deters people is the massive gap between who you are and the dream self. When that gap is too large to bridge and you're like, fuck, how am I going to get there? Then it overwhelms you. And you can't focus on the major goal. And you feel like too much pressure and you shut down. You stop. You start getting complacent. You start procrastinating and you stop. But again, know that there is that end goal, but just look one step ahead of you. Once you know there's that goal ahead, but look one step in front of you. That's all you need to do. Understand, okay, that's what I want to get, and then forget about it. And then just say, okay, what can I do today, tomorrow? Okay, I can do this. You help me get there closer. And just compound on that. Day after day after day after day after day after day. And you win. Same with going to the gym. Works the same.
More than ever. You know what they did?
Same with losing weight. Works the same.
During the COVID, they said to not discommunicate with your family who didn't take this. Don't talk to them. If someone's not wearing, don't talk to them. They try to divide us more and more. If you voted for this orange guy and not the older guy, then don't talk to them. They try to divide us more. If you don't put a black square on your Instagram, then you're racist. they try to divide us more and more. So the community is falling apart. Like, so many
That's
people are
true.
so polarized because of what they believe in and their standings, and it's all encouraged from the top. They say, you need to believe in this, like, you need to put Ukraine in your bio, put this GoFundMe, and everyone's just like is so political that there's a lack of community, and that's why I need to get out of New York. The idea is that people's worldviews are so different that there's a genuine lack of community, and especially on social media is making it worse.
So
100%.
just taking a couple steps back. So we started off at young men are really miserable and they're unhappy, right? And then we talked about income, and you agreed with me that even with $50K, it's probably better to have $50,000 a year and have a really good sense of community, family, significant other, friends, than it is for you to be extremely wealthy and have nobody around you. Right. So you put community above money. Yes?
Right.
Yes.
But it's almost impossible to have a good community now. As a young man with $50K, it's almost impossible.
But that's not true.
That's not true.
Okay, why
that is not true. It's very possible. You just have to curate. You have to curate it very, very well.
They literally say stand 6 feet apart. There you go. Separating community. Cover your face. I can't talk to you. Don't look at me. Put a shield over you. They're dividing people. They don't want you to have community anymore. Sit in this seat and take away the chair in the middle.
Man's got a point. Man's got a point.
Okay. I don't disagree that during the pandemic it's probably hard to have.
And there's another one coming. There's another. The monkey thing's just started. The world, the WHO just declared it.
And if it turns out to be an extended thing that we're going to deal with for many more years to come, I think you'll have. Well, hey, we will see. And if you do, then I will concede to you that. Hold on.
Ooh, yeah. If Aba has to make a concession video, that shit would be so smooth. Anyway,
I'm saying you're right. Okay, breathe. I'm saying you're correct. If we have to continuously live in lockdown in perpetuity, where we never get to spend time with other people and be around other folks, I would agree with you that it is extremely dangerous for people, and it makes it untenable to have communities. Okay,
do you know how many people
I'm conceding to you.
Okay, do you know how many people I talk to who are like, man, I just moved out, I got a job, I'm making money, but like, how do I make friends? Where do I talk to people? Like, I can't go to school because my school's shut down.
Okay. Well, listen, I can't speak about everything. I know you said,
guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, bro.
Do you trust the government?
Join the gang.
I trust it for some things, and I don't trust it for others.
Because they're shooting to the moon.
In some places, and it does well in others. That's how I kind of view it. And so, if you want to go think case
again,
by case,
this is
fine, but,
this is the government. Yeah, this is to in order to control people, you have to give them trust. You have to get them to trust you. In order to control people, you have to get them to a point and level where they trust you enough that you can do what you need to do. This is the same with like an abusive relationship. This is what people do in an abusive relationship. They get you to fall in love with them. They get you on the hook deep. And then they start doing the fuck shit. And then you start really questioning, maybe it's not that bad. And then eventually you're like, oh, this shit is bad, but I can't leave because I've been with them for so long. Maybe they're going to change. That's how they fucking get you. So same with governments, that's what they do. They give you the good stuff. And then slowly but surely inject the F shit in until we're all effing used to it. Experiment. Real quick, just tangent experiment. When a frog is taken, this is experiment, fucked up experiment. I concede, but we must speak about this. This is how people get you, okay? If you take a frog and put it straight into boiling water, it'll start jumping around trying to get the fuck out. It's too hot, fuck it. But if you get a frog, put it in cold water, and slowly heat that shit up, that frog will stay in there until it fucking dies. That's how they get you. They slowly increase the heat until they fucking get you. And it'll be too late. Before you know it, you're fucked. Because if they dropped it all on you at once, it would be too abrupt. It would be too shocking. But slowly but surely, oh, it's a lockdown. Okay, cool. Oh, it's another lockdown. Oh, it's okay. Okay, now you're going to stay in your house for like 2 years straight. We did this before. It's okay. Now you're going to stay in your house forever. Yeah, we've done it before. It's okay. That's how they fucking get you, man.
Government operates in different branches. It's hard to say the government. It's like saying, do you think the shoe industry is good? It's like
switch.
Company. Some companies are worse than others. Some of them are ethical. Some of them are not.
True. all companies on a high level have to do some shady shit for them to make profits. At a certain point, margins become standardized unless they want to really invest in advertising and all that kind of stuff. They have to start cutting corners in some areas.
I feel like when I hear you speak so broadly. I don't know what is your top. What do you think about women?
Even Nestle or Nesquik or whatever they're called, them coffee people, they were making coffee the right way, and then they realized, oh shit, we're losing money on the production and importing it from Africa. So let's go and pay the people who have the kid slaves on the farms, and then they pay them. They pay less for that, and it's easier, cheaper labor. Boom, boom, boom. They make more money. They're laughing in the boardrooms. It's crazy, bro.
What does that mean? Like, you have to be more specific. And so that's what I'm saying. Let's just focus on one thing, okay? And then we'll go from there.
Ask me something. I've been ranting like.
Yeah. I know. You've been passionate.
You've been passionate.
Listen up. The soap you shower.
Anyway, that's the end of that video, guys. It's been blessed. Welcome to the channel, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. This is the Sneako versus series, guys. If you want to see more, subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, all that good shit, and down in the description below, let me know if you want me to check out any other content, guys, and give a little 2 cents on it. You know what I mean? As a striving high value man, as a wannabe Giga Chad, trying to go to the gym, get his gains, keep his frame, and all that good stuff. But anyway, guys, I will catch you guys in a bit, and don't forget, this channel is about a lot more stuff, than just reacting to this content. So we'll spice it up, with other stuff I'm interested in, but in a sense where it makes money. So everything I do from now on is going to be attributed trying to make money. So we're going to do that. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.